gentlemen, from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles, brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions.
God, I hope that didn't go out.
No, it didn't.
Okay, because I will have to break everything in here. It ain't funny. Start the show, man. Unprofessional.
Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast. I enjoy my life. I'll start with that. What up, Antt?
What up, man?
I ain't seen you in 2 weeks.
I know.
Where you been?
It's been a week.
It's been a week?
Yeah, it just
feel longer.
And we missed Sunday, and
longer.
You was across the seas.
Where was you at yesterday?
Where was I yesterday? Working.
I was enjoying Monday Night Football without you.
How did the wings go?
The wings was the wings.
Okay. All right.
I didn't cook yesterday. I thought I would. But
Okay. Did our people come through? The squad back together?
Absolutely.
We got to get the squad back together.
I'm hoping tomorrow.
We need to organize because we haven't been. We used to be. I mean, life happens.
Yeah.
But we need to get back together one time.
Yeah. Reach out to somebody right now that you ain't seen in a while and tell them you love them.
We do say each other we love them in the podcast. I mean, in the group. But shout out to all the guys. We've been in that group's been together, been texting for about 10 years strong.
Yeah, it's been a minute. A good 8.
Yeah.
Good 8 years.
Yeah, good 8. Good 8
years at the least.
Shout
what
out
up,
to
y'all? Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast. I'm excited. I'm giddy. Y'all know I love these live shows.
Man.
We got Tszyu coming on today. Another couple of important guests I would like to get on in the next couple weeks. So I've been working on some things. I'm going to try to make that happen for y'all. But for the most part, just want to thank y'all for always tuning in to the PorterWay Podcast and keeping up with all of my endeavors. This is my birthday week.
What day is your birthday? Because people ask me that all the time. I say, I don't know this fool's birthday.
That's the point. All right?
So you want something just randomly give you something?
Absolutely. Whenever. I had somebody tell me happy birthday last month. I was like, I don't know what
Just
you
take
saw,
it.
but thank
Just take
you.
it. Yeah, just
I don't
take
know
it.
what you saw, but thank you. But no, this is my birthday week. Tomorrow we doing the go-karts. Thursday I got a table tennis table at home. We gonna slap the ping pong ball around a little bit. Then we're gonna do some karaoke and some hibachi in the backyard.
I remember last time we did karaoke in the backyard. Didn't go as well.
No. We're going to do it again.
Did you talk to security?
Nah, I let them know.
Okay. Shout out to my boy Anthony. He up there holding it down.
Yeah, we was hollering at the moon last time.
Okay. Hey, get that super chat.
Get that real quick.
Get going too much.
Rafael Alvarez. How do you guys feel about Brenagh Hopkins on the Joe Rogan podcast talking about the corruption in boxing? Needs to be talked about.
Yeah, and I haven't checked that out. I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan's podcast. When it comes to podcasts, here's the standard. Because if me and Shawn get 100 million, I'm gonna do something stupid with the first million. Then I'm not doing nothing else. Yeah.
How much of the 100 million you expect to get? You said the first million. How much you expect to get?
I mean, we ain't gonna talk about our percentages on here, but my percentage of the deal we got, I ain't gonna say it. I almost said it too.
Cause that's some money.
Yeah, no matter what. Yeah, no matter what. Yeah, and then Anthony will be living. Hey, man, let me tell you something. When you start, I ain't popping like you. But when you start getting a name and everything, family members start sending you stuff like, can you send us to this? I got this idea, business idea, this and this.
Oh, man, you got some business ideas thrown your way.
Oh, put my music, send my music out, repost.
I know about the music.
Fuck your dream. You're 35 years old. Shout out to my family, man.
Oh, so you on another level now.
I don't know. I get up and go to work every Monday.
Yeah.
A regular job, I promise you, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
But they think, oh, you on a, hey. We still working. Shout out to DraftKings. But yeah, I'm going to check out the Joe Rogan podcast. I haven't checked that one out yet, but that's one I'll definitely check out. Joe Rogan and Brenagh Hopkins.
Yeah. We
need Joe Rogan and Shawn Porter. I've been trying to get that together about 3-4 years.
Yeah, we'll get that. We'll get that.
Okay.
But to the question, it's important. I think more now than ever, people are starting to realize like how much goes into the business, what you knew, what you didn't know. The list goes on. We got Tszyu coming on in a little bit, and I got some key questions that I really want to dig into his brain about. But as it pertains to just the sport of boxing and the corruption, it's the birth, it's the foundation. You know what I mean? So we seen what's happening with Showtime. I think that announcement was today.
Official.
We're seeing what could possibly be happening with PBC. The list goes on. Bottom line is it's time to shake this shit up. And I told you I've been working on some things. I'm still working. But my intention is to shake this shit up all the way to the fullest. And when you got people like Bernard Hopkins speaking on it, you got people like I saw Ryan Garcia spoke on it. Terrence Crawford responded to his tweet. It's about goddamn time. And all that being said, I know that you guys, if you've been paying attention to this podcast, y'all know that I have my sentiments about it. And I try to be very careful with what I say because you don't want to mess up the money flow. You don't want to mess up the relationships, and the list goes on. And so, for a lot of reasons, I've only said so much. But when you get somebody like Bernard willing to speak up, that means somebody done rubbed him the wrong way. Something about this business done. Because he been popping with Golden Boy for a minute now, So,
Bernard has seen all sides of this game.
Yeah.
He been around for a minute, Shawn. You've been around. You've seen a lot of craziness.
Yeah.
If corruption of boxing, if Shawn Porter can go back and tell Shawn Porter at 20 years old some advice right now, what would you tell that Shawn Porter? Advice for boxing. Yeah.
Near the end of my career.
No. I want you to give 20-year-old.
I know.
Okay,
but near the end of my career was like it started to finally click to me.
Okay.
My dad was the one always giving me the information.
Yeah.
My dad was literally showing me contracts, and I was like, nah. My dad was literally saying to me, no other fighter gets this. Fighters don't get to see the contract. I'm showing it to you. Look at it, read it, start to learn it, understand all these things. And it was like finally before the end, all the things that he said to me when I'm in my 20s, I finally started to get tuned into. Had I been doing what he was asking me to do in my 20s, what you seen from me at 32, 33, 34, you would have seen from me maybe at 25, 26, 27, So in a lot of ways, I was just a little immature in some business areas.
Yeah.
I would have told myself to have more fun, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because my dad he handled the business. I would have told myself to have more fun.
Okay.
That's what I was able to do before it was over, have some fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that a lot of fighters, when you turn pro, it's going to get serious real quick. And you got to find a way to have fun in between. You got to learn how to separate, and minimize that fun. But, the few guys that I've watched, and I would literally be thinking like, man, he having fun in there. We're going to talk about Boo Andrade. Early in his career, I went to his fight, and I went to the back room to see him before the fight.
You telling me this.
My man was in the back room dancing, kicking it.
He was like there at one of your fights.
Yeah, Kevin.
You don't play that. So
Yeah.
I'm like, how you get away with that with Shawn?
Yeah, because I had seen him do it at his fight. So when he came into my room with that energy, it was like, I know what energy you bringing. I learned from him like to loosen up a little bit. Still was really tight. I always looked at Terrence Crawford was like, damn, like this dude is enjoying it.
Yeah.
Teofimo Lopez. I was like, yo, this dude know how to have fun. Devin Haney. He know how to have fun in between.
Tank Davis.
And Shakur.
Keyshawn Davis.
Keyshawn. Did he fought over the weekend, right?
Yeah, he fought over the weekend.
I missed it.
Went to the decision.
Yeah, I missed it.
Great performance.
Yeah.
There was some sketchy scores in there.
Ew.
Yeah, it was some sketchy scores.
Like scores.
Majority decision, I think, something like that. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
It was something. Terrence put a tweet out.
What happened in the Keyshawn Davis fight?
Carson's in the comments, so
Carson,
he knows.
If you tell us, send a super chat so we'll find out.
Yeah. Carson, we're not gonna read your thing.
I'm not gonna
unless
read
it's
anything.
$100 super chat.
Unless it's $5. Give me $250, bro. Give me $250. Listen, we got Tim Tszyu coming to the podcast
right now,
and at this very moment, I want to welcome to the PorterWay Podcast. Tim, you got a fight name yet, bro?
Nah, I'm gonna keep it simple.
They told me that you decided to go with the Soul Taker.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, but I don't know. I don't know.
So no. No.
I don't know. Don't have nothing official.
All right, I'll keep looking. I was looking for something last time.
Just call him the Undertaker.
Tim the Undertaker.
That sounds all right, actually.
Yeah, you say you like it.
Yeah, all the music, all the lights go off in the arena when he comes in.
How you feeling, boss?
Yeah, very well.
Yeah.
Very well.
your fight reminded me of the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. fight, where a lot of people on the outside looking in looked at it like, yo, he made that look easy. I actually didn't have Brian winning very many rounds. I got around, and some of the people in the audience, they were like, we were a little worried in the beginning. We thought Tim was down on the scorecard. I was like, I didn't think Tim was down. Didn't look easy, but a lot like that fight with Errol and Terrence, it wasn't as competitive as expected. And I just want to know your thoughts on how you feel the fight went from a standpoint of, the difficulty, for the sake of words.
Yeah, I think as soon as the fight sort of started, I got into the groove, and I was just trying to be able to feel these shots, get the timing right, and feel the distance, and then just figure it out after that. And then I think to the second half of the fight, I sort of started picking it up. There was good little bursts at time when I was dominating completely. But yeah, it was like, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be.
You feel like everything you did in the gym showed up in the fight on fight night?
Nah. There's more.
What about like from a standpoint of the preparation for him? Like, were you pinpoint accurate on how you prepared for Brian Mendoza?
Well, in all honesty, this camp, it was just like really just keeping it real simple with patience and defense and just using a jab. And I feel like when I was using the jab, it was just setting everything up. And then sometimes I really neglected it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when I was using the jab, everything was working.
Yeah, I don't know if they said that on the Showtime card, but I definitely said Tim's got to get back to his jab. Yeah. Everything seems like things work really well for you when you work off the jab.
Yeah.
If there was anything I can credit you for, is your defense look a lot better this fight than all the Tim Tszyu's fights I've seen, man. You guys really concentrated on that in camp this time, as I can see.
Yeah, for sure. There's again a lot to work on, but after the Terrell Gachet fight, I just went back into the gym and just really, really focused on not allowing what happened happen again. So, and it's been just that move forward, just nonstop.
And I like to give you credit, man. We talked about it before the fight. You are a fighting guy. You know, some guys sit there and wait for the opportunity at the big guy. You was like, I'm going to just keep fighting. I'm going to keep fighting. Yeah. And Tim, your name goes nowhere. It stays relevant because you stay in the ring. Why? Where you get that from? Where did that come from? Is that just inside Tim? Just a fighting champ?
Yeah, I think so, man. If you want to go get something, you got to go at it. You know, you can't just wait for opportunities to slip by. And I feel growth, especially in boxing, happens through fighting and training and learning more about yourself.
Do you feel like you're better now than the top of the year? Better boxer?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. Every fight camp, I feel like there's a big difference.
That's a good question. When oh man, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you credit, man. You're single-handedly cleaning out the division without you wasn't the champ. You're the champ now, but you're single-handedly cleaning out the division where, hey, it's only one of us left, baby. Is it me or you?
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, I give you all credit for that.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Every fight is a statement fight. And you've had 3 fights this year. What's the grand statement that has been made now? I know you're coming over here to the States for your next one. What's that statement? Yeah. What have you felt like you've told everybody through your fist?
Yeah, I think at the start of the year, people were more like, I'm just to compete, you know, in the Charlo fight. But now I think the momentum has swinged to the fact that I'm actually here to win the Charlo fight and take all the belts. And I feel like Charlo's been like, for the past couple of years, the name that I've always like sort of just been working for, and that was my aim, and everything sort of leads, like it's like a video game. Everything leads to all bosses, and this is the ultimate boss for me to take out.
And to that point, are you? I'm gonna tell you, you're not fighting Jermell Charlo. I've said that so many times. He's not coming back to 154 pounds. and I don't think he wants to get in the ring with Tszyu. You're a headache. You're a nightmare. You're a hard night for just about anybody in that weight class.
Yeah.
Is it heartbreaking to hear that you're not going to fight Jermell Charlo?
Oh man, there's still a bit of hopes.
Let go of those hopes, sir.
Hopefully,
Let
man.
go of those hopes. We're not going to fight him.
I say with or
All
without,
right,
with or without Charlo, the ultimate prize is the belts. So either I take them from Charlo, or I take them from the next man. I think that's Tim's attitude.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Where do you go though if it's not Jermell Charlo?
I don't know. I don't know. I think there's plenty of options at the 154. Like
You're heartbroken.
a few.
I can tell. You're heartbroken.
Yeah, but I do like my ultimate thing is I've wanted Charlo. That's my aim. And whatever. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think you say that, Shawn, but I don't think Charlo has a lot of options. It's hard to compete at other divisions. You say he's done?
No, I say he's not coming back to 154 pounds. Are you going to chase him to 160?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Put up the belts. Put up the 154 belts at 160.
So what is it? What is it when you see Jermell Charlo? What is it that's like I gotta have you?
The goal that I set myself from maybe 3-4 years ago when he was the king of the division. Damn. That's it.
He said I can't let go of the goal.
Yeah, no.
I don't really care about the belts. In all honesty, if Charlo moves up to 160, I'll go follow him with both open hands.
Would you entertain a Terrence Crawford fight?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
I feel like Crawford's the elite of the elite right now. Mm-hmm. He's the number one pound for pound, tying with Canelo. But he's the top boy. But at the moment, he's got the Errol Spence rematch. I think from what I've heard of. But even like a fight with Errol Spence, that'd be pretty cool as well.
Are you trying to clean out the whole Texas division?
My man said he's coming for the world.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make the biggest fights happen. You know. Okay. I'm ready to challenge myself.
Have you seen the fight yet?
My fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw glimpses. Yeah, there was. Yeah, again, not a perfect performance, but got the job done.
Did you listen to me on it?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did listen. Actually, yeah, I did listen.
No, I love commentating you, but to the point of you watching the fight and just catching glimpses of it, are you pleased with what you saw so far?
To a certain extent, like when I was working with the jab, I felt like it was a complete different. I liked the look of that when everything was working well, and there were glimpses that I wasn't happy with, but it's part of the sport.
Very good, Tim. When you get over here, do you know when that fight's going to be and where it's going to take place at yet?
Not sure, but the rugby guys are starting in March, I think. Okay. Early March. So if we can get something on during that weekend, there's going to be like 30, 50,000 Aussie fans there, so it'll be pretty unreal.
Yeah, that rugby is happening here, right?
Yeah, in Vegas.
Here in Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the Fox people just said that they would be over here for that.
Yeah, so I think it'd be a no-brainer to put on a fight.
Perfect.
During that time.
And then you coming back over here for camp?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Is camp better for you in the United States than it is over there in Australia?
Yeah, it's just I like being just surrounded by the team and just being in that fighting environment. Yeah. Just getting away from it all and just being in camp. I like that feeling.
Very good. I'm not gonna tell everybody where you're going for your vacation at, but have you made it to your destination yet?
Not yet.
Okay. When I heard you say it, I was like, dang, that boy living the life.
Enjoying it.
You know how to enjoy your life, man. I love it.
Exactly.
Hey, Tim, Brian was great movement on the angles. Anything surprised you with him that night? And took shots. I couldn't believe he was surviving Tim Tszyu shots.
Yeah, Yeah, I think that the fact that he survived the shots, I think that's what surprised me. Because I think around 11, he was like moaning. He was moaning hard. I remember him, and he was making these weird noises. I was like thinking, man, this guy's out. In the video that I watched the fight, it doesn't look like it, but when I was inside the ring, he was really hurt. Like I could really see it. And then he came out the next round. He was like, all much better, like refreshed. His recovery was great, which means that he was super fit for this fight, and that's what really surprised me.
That was actually a great night of boxing. That was a great fight, man. Yeah. I think most people picked you to dominate, but it was actually competitive. You did what you had to do, but all hats off to Brian. He came and showed up to fight, man.
Yeah, 100%. And his results speak for themselves. So that's why I respected his power. And I was cautious at first. I didn't want to highlight real from that side.
Yeah, after the first 4 rounds, you turned it up, and you turned it up.
Last thing for me, Tim, I always make note of some of the things that you say because I feel like you've really matured. Fight after fight, you've gotten better. Fight after fight. I know a lot of fighters say, "Oh yeah, every camp's the best camp." I'm seeing it like right in front of my eyes. It seems like you're getting better, and things are just progressing for you. One of the things that you took into the ring this fight, I noted it because it was something that I would take into the fight, and I want you to just speak to it, and then we'll let you go. You said that you wanted to treat this fight just like it was sparring. Talk to us about the mindset of treating a actual fight night like it's sparring.
Yeah, it felt more like less nerve-wracking, I guess. Less pressure. Like it was just in my mind. I was just like, you know what? It's sparring. Just go round by round by round. Don't think about like the end result. Just take it each round at a time and do enough to win the round and then go on to the next. And if it comes, it comes. And when I treated it like that, it sort of just changed the momentum of the way. I didn't rush into things. Everything was sort of calculated. I did everything couple steps before I did it.
Literally how I kind of had a transition in my boxing career as well. I felt after fights, I would feel like, man, it was like I was like anxious and I was rushing. Got to slow down, slow down. And how I was able to grab myself and slow myself down was I started saying, treat it like sparring. I literally would say that all the way up until the first bell rang, just treat it like sparring. And it was like just calm, cool, just like in training, you know what I mean? So I noted that because I was like, again, now I have an opportunity to show people I can say that I've seen you grow and I've seen you do this and do that, but when you can directly say something that I can relate to and now relate my audience to what I understand, you know what I mean? So just want to give you your roses. Enjoy your vacation, big dog. And when you get back over here, let us know.
Yeah, I will do. I got your number anyway.
Good deal, man. We'll talk soon, all right?
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you, man.
Bless, my man.
That's the dude right there.
Yeah, nice, humble.
Yeah.
Even tone.
Yeah.
Cool dude, man.
Yeah. Lil, he's learning how to have fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The first time I went over there, everybody said, oh, he's really come out of his shell. I was like, what are you talking about? He pulled up in his truck to the press conference.
Okay.
Press conference was outside.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the stage. He showed up 30-ish minutes late when he fought Tony Harrison.
Okay.
And pulls up on the grass.
In the driver's seat on the right side?
In his driver's seat in his truck.
On the right side though, right?
Yeah, it was on the right side. Yeah, it was on the right side, yeah. And jumped out and everybody was like, wow, like this is a different Tim Tszyu. So to see him come from that and kind of just slowly build himself and his image. And one of the things, most important things said about him is how humble he is, you know? Yeah. When you're humble, you're willing to learn. Mm-hmm. When you're humble, you're willing to accept I'm not considered to be the best yet, and I got to keep doing what I got to do. You know what I mean? The ones who think they the best are the ones that slow down. Those are the ones that stop focusing on the small things, and the small things lead to the big things. You know what I mean? So.
I mean, yeah, I guess I was about to say because Terrence thinks he's the best, but I don't know if it's with Terrence and, elite athletes I've been around that's been your case, elite athletes I've been around. It ain't just y'all think y'all the best. Y'all are so damn competitive. Like, I was athlete, but I'm like, hey, bro, I don't care no more. Like, y'all are so competitive.
I don't care no
Every athlete I've been around, kids that have been in high school that end up making to the NFL, they're so competitive.
Yeah.
And that's what I noticed about elite athletes.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what separates you from everyone else.
Yeah, I don't know what
It's
it
the
is.
competitiveness. Like, I got to be better than him. Everything drives you.
I played Monopoly with Drew last night.
Oh, God. Shout out to Drew, man.
And you can ask Drew, I'm literally crushing him. And then the kids came home.
Uh-huh.
And Diggy got homework. And my focus was like between homework, getting him ready to do his homework.
Kill him.
And killing him. I said, bro, I gotta let you have this one. Cause I ain't about to lose on account of me trying to do two things at once. You know what I mean? But trust me, when we do the hibachi, I'll have the Monopoly out, ready to smoke him.
I made Shawn quit.
That's true, actually. That's true, actually. You saw the rest of the card.
I did not see the rest of the card. For some reason, I'm sitting there cleaning up whatever, just listening to you. Like, because I expect to hear you. I'm like, oh, my guy on.
You clean up?
Yeah, I clean up.
What'd you clean up?
The house.
What's your chores?
Everything. This is part of the house. Okay?
Yeah?
You clean up?
I clean up.
Okay, yeah. No, it's part of the house. But yeah, I was just surprised to hear you on, so I wasn't really watching the fights. I was just listening to you talk about the fights. I'm like, why is he on?
I seen the text. I was like, yes, what's up? And then the next text was your man. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, I'm like, why he ain't say nothing in a minute?
There were a couple of fights on this card. I gotta praise this kid, Sam Goodman. Check out Sam Goodman.
15-0.
Yeah, he's
Miguel Flores.
really good boxer.
Uh-huh.
And he beat Miguel Flores. Fight before that, he
times.
beat Aleem. What's Aleem's last name?
Let me see if I can pull something.
What's Aleem's last name? I can't think of his name. But yeah, he's a dynamite kid and can box his butt off. He's
Rais Aleem.
What's that again?
Rais Aleem.
Yeah, Rais Aleem. That was the fight before this one, and I mean he smoked Rais, and then he smoked Miguel. And I do understand, no excuses, but when you got to travel over there and do something like that, it's different.
Yeah.
I go over there, and the first night I'm there, I don't go to sleep, because if I do, it's the rest of the week is gonna be crushed by the time change and all that kind of stuff. So imagine me doing that, but all I gotta do is sit ringside and commentate. You know what I mean? As a fighter, you can't afford to not get the rest when you need it. No excuses. But the kid is dynamite. He's aiming towards NUA. Carson, I know you got some things to say about that. I'm not saying he's gonna beat NUA, but I'm interested to see what this kid does. Here's what we do know. We do know that there's not a whole lot of talent that comes out of Australia, not at once. They're not just pouring them on us. You got Wilson over there and a couple of other guys, but Sam Goodman is one of the few guys outside of Tim Tszyu. And it's like, hey, Tim's the biggest thing coming from Australia right now, but he ain't the only thing coming from Australia. Take a look at Sam Goodman, y'all. And the fight before that was Jackson England versus Nathaniel May. I ain't never heard of either one of them guys. And it was a dynamite fight. Both those guys extremely skillful. And aiming towards Wilson, of course, over there, 135-pound fighters. Extremely skillful. And I said this live on the broadcast. I said, this is styles that I've never seen come out of Australia. Because, I mean, these guys got the movement. They got speed. They was explosive the whole nine. And the guy that I was commentating with, whose name I cannot think of right now.
God.
But he's like, I asked, because I need to know, like, just like here in the States, Cleveland fight a little bit different from Cincy. Cincy fight a little bit different from
Baltimore.
Philly and Baltimore. We based on our regions, our styles are a little bit different. There's a different spice and pizzazz, and these guys had it. And so I asked you, what region are these guys from? Because they don't come from where Tim comes from. Sure enough, they don't. You know what I mean? So there's another two guys over there that I don't know if we're going to send them over here in the States, but they're definitely, I promise you, they're worth looking at. Outside of that, man, I had a great time over there. Great night of commentating. And
how was the trip? Like, what do you eat when you're in Australia, Shawn? I never asked you that. What do you eat when you travel? Because you're a very picky eater.
I'm not a picky eater.
Yes, you are.
Breakfast is the usual, some eggs and some bacon.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
I had fish for dinner.
Okay.
So
keep it simple.
Yeah, I keep it simple. I ain't doing nothing crazy.
Shout out to Lil Duval. He said no matter where he goes, he gets McDonald's because it's the same.
Funny, I don't get McDonald's where I go everywhere I go, and because it's not the same.
Oh, you had
he ain't had McDonald's in Africa, specifically Morocco. I went over to Morocco and I didn't know what meat I was eating. I was like, I can't eat this. So McDonald's ain't the same everywhere you go.
What do you think the meat was?
Where the hell he been?
What do you think the meat was?
I don't know. It could have been
kangaroo tail.
Nah, it wasn't no kangaroo tail. I was in Morocco,
Elephant?
man. It was
Elephant?
Nah, maybe some
Horse?
some wildebeest.
Horse?
Maybe some wildebeest.
That's a. I eat that.
I know you don't eat
Yeah.
anything.
Okay, chill out. I don't eat anything.
Come on, let's move forward. Move forward. Oh, here we go. And Lubin just won. Lubin versus Tszyu.
Yeah, I seen that.
That's a good fight.
That is a great fight. I also got Carlos Adams. Is it Carlos Adams?
No,
What's
Adames.
Adames. It looked like Adams.
He fights 160, I believe.
No, he fight. Oh yeah.
I'm not about to do this.
I got the Charlos mixed up. That's what happened. God dang it, because he's the intern. The Charlos. That's what messed me up. Looking at the goddamn Charlos.
Yeah.
Lubin. That's a good fight. Even Ramos. Shawn, I'm gonna go with the Ramos fight. I don't know how you feel about that.
Ooh, Tszyu versus Ramos.
Yeah.
Well,
Ramos is a little too young.
No, that's a great fight, but honestly, I think that the better fight for Tim from a stylistic standpoint.
Somebody said Janabek.
I don't like Janet from a stylistic standpoint.
Carson
so here,
always
let me
throws
tell
him
y'all
out
what
there,
I'm
too.
thinking about.
Okay.
What I'm thinking about is how you make a champion into a superstar. They're not bringing Tim over here just to be a champion over here for 2 seconds. They want him to become a superstar that translates to America and also, of course, to his home in Australia. And the way you do that, you don't do it against stiff competition like a Janabek. I know a lot of people think that Janabek is overrated. Whether or not he is, it's still a tough night.
Yeah.
And it don't look like he's looked in his last 3 fights in Australia. When he comes over here, you got to make him look like he's looked in his last 3 fights. You know,
That's how you build a superstar.
that's how you build a superstar.
You know, some people actually had Mendoza winning the fight.
I did not have Mendoza winning that fight.
Yeah, me either. But
I didn't have
had
Mendoza.
people-
I gave Mendoza 1 round.
Whoa! All right.
Am I
son.
tripping?
Yeah, I gave him a little more than 1 round.
Yeah, what you give him, 3?
Yeah, maybe 4.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about that one. And even if you think it was close, I remember Shawn saying one time it wasn't meant for him to win that night.
Yeah.
Hey, that sticks in my head now ever since you said that.
About
you one time.
no, I ain't say that about
Yes,
me.
you did. Yes, you did. The business didn't mean for him to win that
Oh,
night. Yeah.
oh.
All right, cool. Then we're gonna leave it at. We're gonna leave it at. I ain't trying to go there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was fun. I mean, you know, people got different eyes. That's why we got 3 different judges.
Man, and honestly, man, I was quietly hoping for the best for both guys. Obviously, one guy got to have his hand raised, but I just love both stories. You know, I love the story of Tszyu fighting out of his dad's name and shadow. And then I love the story. Brian said it when he was over there, man, if I win this fight, this takes my family to another level. He not talking about taking his career to another level. He not talking about the big fights. You know, his focus is where can I get my family? You know what I mean? So I'll just, I hated to see, the fight have to go the way that, where one guy obviously needs to have his hand raised. But, yeah, I mean, for the most part, just to kind of crush if you feel like there's any bias there. Like, if anything, I was looking at Mendoza like, bro, you could do it.
It's funny you say that because, when you throw the family story in it, everybody backs you. Like, that was the biggest thing. I was so happy for Andy Ruiz. I mean, Andy, is it the one that beat Joshua? Andy Heavyweight.
Yeah, it's Andy Ruiz.
Oh, I thought I got it wrong. when he's like, "Mama, we ain't broke no more." Hey,
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, "Bro, that's what it's all about." Just take to me, I'm me and you, we're big on taking care of the family, our people, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when you doing it for the family, that's different because you're impacting a lot of people's lives, man.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Brian. He ain't done.
No.
He's still a tough night.
No.
That's a good Ramos.
Yeah.
Bro, that is a fight.
That's a good
That's
fight.
a great coach. That's
That's
a
a
main
good fight.
event.
Yeah.
Yeah, just he's still up in there to give people hell in 154.
Well, I mean, clearly there's still some good fights at 154.
Yes.
Still
Yeah,
some good
so
fights at 154.
with or without Charlo. we
Younger
gonna keep
talent.
going.
I think
Yep.
that's the thing. It's younger talent.
Yeah.
And that doesn't really, we don't connect to that as much
Yeah.
as seeing, like with Charlo being champion as long as he was. We don't connect to somebody like Tszyu, who's, for the sake of words, just bursting onto the scene now,
And that's what I'm saying. With or without Charlo, I think the division goes on. But what do you see Charlo ending up at, Shawn? I can't see him competing at 168.
No, not 160. At 160.
160?
160.
His brother at 160.
His brother's at 160. Both were at 154 at one point.
Okay, you're right. I mean, being there, it makes the division interesting, gives more excitement to the division. But you don't think he has no competitive drive inside of him that the defend his title, beat Undisputed again? Go get Tszyu?
Mm-mm.
Whoa, you just said it like that.
Mm-mm. I don't think he wants to fight Tszyu.
Okay.
And I think it's for a lot of reasons.
He wanted to fight Tszyu a year ago. He
Yeah.
wanted to then,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
a year has went by.
Yeah, years went by. You ain't brought yourself down to 154 pounds.
Uh-huh.
You fought at 168, and I don't know how the Kent was, how hard he worked, but you just got to figure things that you would do to get to 154. You didn't even have to do them things to get to 160. So you probably didn't do those things to get to stay at 168 to get to 168. I just think that it's going to take a whole lot mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, the whole nine for him to get back to 154 pounds. This point in his career, I don't know how much he made against Canelo, but why would he put himself through that kind of stuff again? He's not, it's my boy. Terrence Crawford's my boy, and we toss that name around a lot, but he's clearly elite of the elite. And I'm not saying that Jermell Charlo's not elite, but he don't have intangibles that Terrence Crawford has. Terrence Crawford is a competitor and ain't gonna stop and ain't gonna let nobody stop him from doing a thing. If you tell him he got to go down to 140 to get whatever fight he want to get, he gonna kill himself getting to 140 if you tell him he can't do it. You know what I mean? So I just don't see Jermell Charlo putting himself through that kind of fire, especially if he no longer feels like he needs to do it.
But honestly, you could say we know how the versus Canelo how bad he looked. He needs Tszyu. He needs Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
His name took a hit.
Yeah. You gotta be in the ring against. I think it's gotta be Tszyu.
Mm-hmm.
In order for you to get that instant credibility back.
Because you go back and beat Tszyu, it's like, okay, at 154, you still that guy.
You going to 54 rematching Lubin. We not respecting that. You going to 54 and fight Mendoza. Ain't nobody caring about that. You got to do. You at a point now in your career where you got to do things that people care about.
Tim Crawford. Oh, we don't really care.
Tim or
oh my bad.
I like it.
Yeah,
Tim or Crawford. Tim or Crawford. We don't really like it. We don't care.
I mean, it's just part of the vision, and I think and it's funny you told Tim that because I wouldn't tell him. I mean, I don't have the respect you have, but hot take, Shawn. His next fight is not against Charlo.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gets Charlo, but his next fight is not Charlo.
Next fight is not against Charlo.
That's just that. It kind of is what it is.
So then it becomes for him. It becomes keep that fire burning, even though it's not Charlo.
Like you did in 2023.
Yeah, keep that fire
burning. That was a hell of a run in 2023.
Yep. I'm trying to think of like when I fought Danny, and I just watched the little clip that I did calling him out. I watched that the other day, and I love it. But when I fought him, everybody was calling him a cherry picker. Everybody was saying he was the weakest in the division and all these other things. I trained for that boy like he was me.
You should.
Because I know that if I don't fight you and have the mindset that you're me, then something could go wrong. And the worst thing that Tim could do is not look at everybody he's fighting like they're Charlo.
Yeah.
You got to look at everybody like they're Charlo.
Yeah, prepare for the best.
Pre-Canelo Charlo.
Yeah. Is Charlo still Charlo at 154?
Charlo's still Charlo.
At 154? Charlo just ain't that guy when you put him up there with the elites. Some people are not elite fighters, Shawn.
Yeah.
You're just great fighters.
Yeah.
Elite, that level is just different, man.
It's like that in every sport.
Yes.
You got
There's not a lot of LeBrons.
You got a whole bunch of great point guards, but it's only a couple
Dames.
Yeah, it's only one Dame.
Steph.
It's only one Steph. You know what I mean? I hate when people say, "Oh yeah, you gotta get him in the ring with the likes of the Charlos and the Crawfords and the Spencers." It's like it's only one of those. It's only one Crawford. There's only one Spence. Yeah.
And I mean, clearly, there's a difference between Crawford and Spence, which we didn't think. Shout out to Spence, come back stronger, baby.
Yeah, man. Come on, move forward.
All right.
A lot happened.
Demetrius Andrade.
I was in a whole nother world.
Yeah, Demetrius Andrade and Benavidez made it official, Shawn, November 25th.
So everything we said prior to this didn't matter?
Didn't matter. So now we got
clean.
Braids is clean.
He cut his hair?
Cut his hair.
That boy been
changed his name. We call him Boo Boo.
He didn't change.
He did change his name.
He didn't change his name.
Demetrius Andrade is something else now.
Everybody, his whole life has said one of the two, Andrade or Andrade.
I never said Andrade, but
I've heard of that. You never said Andrade.
I've heard of that,
but
yeah, okay.
And so he made it official. Hey, when you say my name, you say Boo Boo Andrade. That's what he said?
Something like that, but I guess that was I wasn't there. I guess that was before. That's the word I've heard. But
did you like the press conference?
Like very respectful. I thought they was gonna heat it up a little bit because I know Boo Boo with the nonsense.
No talking?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't what I thought. It was a lot of Canelos. Canelo's got a lot of shots up in there, but catching randoms
from Boo Boo.
Yeah,
right.
I'm like, why my man Canelo catch a random? He just fought last week. Man, I'm actually looking forward to this fight, Shawn. Technique versus I don't know what you call Benavidez. It's just
everything.
Yeah, I'm trying to get one word: pressure. A lot. It's coming. Pause.
I've been doing this my whole life,
Shawn,
and I can't think of a word.
Because that's like fighting you.
Yeah.
It's like Shawn Porter it's going to be a hard night. Boo Boo's going to have the best night of his life. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to age 10 years. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to be sharp all night. One thing I worry about Boo Boo, Shawn, is that he starts strong early and then he paces himself. Oh, you don't pace yourself with this dude. Because he actually takes his time and then he just comes on. And it's just coming. Pause and pause. But it's coming, okay? Because I know y'all wild out there. Y'all not, because they don't grow up. They don't grow up. Like Carson Palmer, they don't grow up. But it's just all night. And
he said y'all immature.
Yeah. But Boo Boo's going to have to maintain that, Shawn, for 12. Because this guy is, if you lack with this dude, you could get stopped. And if you better hopefully Kenny Bayless is in there. Because if you start slowing up. But I think, I think
who did his braids. I need them.
Okay, we ain't talking about that. I think Boo Boo's going to make Benavidez stink a lot that fight.
Yeah.
I just need you to do it for 12.
Yeah.
You know, I think me personally, Shawn, I think personally, we like both of these guys.
Yeah.
This is a fight where I just got to sit back and enjoy,
man.
Yeah. Benavidez is my guy.
Yeah.
Boo Boo's my guy. I've been impressed ever since I seen him one day in the ring with you.
Yeah.
I was a fan. Benavidez is, I rock with Benavidez. I just think this is a great fight. I just hope Boo Boo can maintain because this boy is different. He's coming with a lot. He has something to prove, and he want to make a statement so he can get the Canelo fight. He don't just want to go up there and beat him. He want to go up there and stop him. But Boo Boo, I think Boo Boo might have something for him. But at the end of the day, I don't want to give a prediction yet. But I've had early prediction. I'm going with Benavidez by decision. But Boo Boo is the guy. I mean, I would love any one of these guys. It's a 50-50 fight on my heart. My heart. I'm gonna say. I said my heart. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you see in this fight?
Man, I just don't know who can stop Benavidez. And I'm on record for saying I never look at a fight to say who's gonna beat him. Mm-hmm. I don't give a damn. As soon as that tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fight was over, everybody, well, who can beat Tank? It's got to be Shakur. Can Shakur? Let the man enjoy his win. We'll talk about how the fight's gonna go later, but we're not about to pick somebody based on them beating him. Let's pick it based on the fight being a great fight. This is a great fight.
This is.
But I'm thinking, like, who can stop what Benavidez brings? And what the hell word do you use to describe?
I was trying.
There's no one word. I seen pressure and I seen volume.
Yeah.
You call him the monster, and I get that, but I mean, I feel like that ain't enough. You
Yeah,
know?
it's like, bro, it's
What do you call
literally
this?
when you're having a dream and you're fighting and you're not throwing hard enough. That is fighting Benavidez.
Yeah.
It is a tough night. Cause Shawn,
You had the dream where you can't get away.
yeah.
You had that dream too?
Yeah.
Because you had a dream that I was like, I ain't never had that dream. You falling or some shit?
Yeah.
You falling?
That's crazy. Sean never had the dream that y'all falling
Nah,
and you
man.
catch yourself.
Nah, I'm always. My feet stay on the cloud, baby.
Whatever.
My feet stay on the cloud.
But-
But like that, like.
What do you, Sean?
God, dog.
And he's always right here. And then when he starts throwing, he hitting you with like 100.
And I didn't mention him, but that boy be having all the fun.
Yeah.
That boy be having all the fun.
Hey, you hitting him, he laughing.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a low blow.
Boo Boo's my guy.
Yes.
Okay. If I was putting money on it, yes, put money on Boo Boo. I said it, damn it. But I'm worried. How could you not be?
Yeah.
I think that.
Oh, boom. Juggernaut.
No, we already got a juggernaut.
Who's the juggernaut?
The other dude over there.
Yeah, exactly. He's a juggernaut.
What's his name? Let me get his name real quick.
Joe Joyce.
I want to Joyce. Joyce.
Joe Joyce?
Joe Joyce. Yeah.
Nah, he's the but. No, just like Big Baby took the name.
But here's the thing: Juggernaut was known for one thing, and that was just coming at you.
Yeah, so this dude.
But he got so much more than that. He got speed.
Well, hey, come on with a better name than Juggernaut, because right now my man winning.
Well, you know he changed his nickname.
Slave of Christ.
Benavidez.
Okay.
Benavidez is now El Monstro.
El Monstro.
El Monstro.
El Monster?
Yeah. So I guess Mike Tyson gave him the Mexican Monster,
Mexican Monster.
but he's not full Mexican.
Oh.
So he changed it to El Monstruo. So
He
that
looked full Mexican to me.
I guess he's part Ecuadorian, I believe.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, to your point, we got.
What's the size? Ooh, oh, he big.
Oh man, shut up! You can't tell.
He big. I just.
That's the low. That's
Hey, let me tell you, I've been personally with both of those guys.
Hey, look.
And I'm bigger than Boo Boo, and it's not even close. Benavidez, hey, let me tell you guys, I'm 6'3". Benavidez was right eye to eye. Just telling what happened.
You are
Okay.
hyped up for nothing, man.
Okay?
It's gonna be a great fight.
Okay.
Boo Boo, how do you beat Demetrius Andrade? Excuse me. How do you beat David Benavidez? I don't know. Go to the bot. You do things to him that he's not used to being
Shawn.
done. Yeah, but here's the thing. He enjoys it. So it's like you pressure him.
Okay,
He's like,
okay.
he's like, cool. You were the pressure.
Okay, I
You know?
hear what you're saying, but I'm going to work.
Yeah.
As long as I'm working, I'm scoring.
Yeah.
Laugh all you want to.
Yeah.
I'm working.
Yeah.
Boo Boo going to be laughing.
Yeah.
He going to be working. He going to be
Yeah.
wide.
Yeah.
Awkward style.
Yeah.
Super awkward.
Yeah.
David's never seen nothing like this.
Yeah.
And I think Boo Boo will be competitive.
Dance on him, Boo Boo.
Yeah,
Dance on him.
move. Do your
Dance on
be
him.
Boo Boo.
Yeah.
Be the Boo Boo. You've been preparing for this. They held you out. I never seen somebody get blackballed in my life the way my man got blackballed. This is your moment. Take advantage of your moment. Be Boo Boo. That's all he has to be.
Yeah.
He don't got to be Shawn Porter. He don't got to be nobody. Be Boo Boo.
Yeah.
That's what it takes to win.
Yeah.
There's not a Boo Boo out there. That style is weird. You sparred Boo Boo before.
Yeah.
It's just like what
Fought
is this?
Boo Boo before.
What is this?
I fought Boo Boo
Where's
twice.
he from? Rhode Island?
I told the story, right?
Yeah, he whooped you. Stop.
No. Did I tell the second story about when I
Go
beat
ahead,
him?
tell it.
All right, so here's the quick story. Here's the quickest story. First time we met each other was we were 16 years old. I'm gonna tell the story as quick as possible. In the quarterfinals, I knocked out my guy in the first or second round, and I went over to his ring to watch him fight his guy. And the whole fight, I'm watching, and I know he's winning this fight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because he fights. This is how you beat Shawn Porter. it's
The way he fight. Yeah.
right? And so the other dude got his hand raised. Dude got a gift. I'm like, all right, bet. Cool.
Yeah.
Gonna knock dude out. I win the tournament.
Yeah.
So we stay down there for a week of a camp, and then they bring in a couple of other countries, and we do an international tournament. They keep the number 1 and number 2 guy down there. Because I knocked out both the other guys, he gets to stay down there. He stays down.
Okay,
he does
gotcha.
the camp. We never spar, nothing like that. But the first fight, I draw boo-boo. You got like 5 other countries there, and I draw boo-boo. Fight went exactly how I knew it was going to go.
Uh-huh.
He just countered my pressure, speed, turn, the whole 9, and it was a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm looking at this dude like he the best thing in America. And he goes on to win into the men's, and he's winning tournaments in the men's. And he won the Golden Gloves, and he won the U.S. Championships. And I'm like behind because I'm getting to the Nationals, but I ain't winning. And I'm watching him do his thing. So we get to the Nationals, and we draw each other in the semis or the finals. And between 16 and 18, there was only one person that beat him.
Mm-hmm.
I went to that dude and asked him, yo, how'd you beat Boo Boo? He told me how he beat Boo Boo. I went in the ring, 4 2-minute rounds. My dad yelling at me after every round. What are you doing? You got to pressure him.
Yeah.
You got to do this.
You ain't doing what I'm telling you.
I knew the pressure. I knew that wasn't going to get the
so
job done.
Hey, so you and your dad trained the game plan, but you had, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
You ignorant, hard-headed, boy. It's hard. Why didn't you just, oh, yeah, your dad ain't going for it.
And I ended up beating him by 2 points.
So what do your dad say when you do stuff like that?
After the fight, and now I know it was the semis. And now I know it was the semis. Because my dad, all the yelling he was doing after every round, right?
Live it.
Yeah. We go to the hotel. We done for the night, and everything is calmed down, right? And my dad would have a grown man conversation. He said, so what was that tonight? What was going on? Why weren't you doing what I asked you to do?
And he pulled the chair up to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And so I told him, I said, look, man, I asked, shout out to Brad Solomon. Great guy, great fighter. I don't think he's active anymore, but he had a small run in the pros. Check him out, y'all. But I said, Brad, the only one to beat Boo Boo. And so I asked Brad how to beat him, and he told me, and that's what I did. He said, okay, you asked Brad. I said, yeah. He said, well, you got that out of your system because we got to win this championship tomorrow. Of course, we went on to do that. So Boo Boo is very, very hard to beat. You have to game plan for Boo Boo. You have to game plan for what I consider to be the nonsense because he throws punches off angles. When he's elite, he can move and punch at the same time. Not a lot of fighters can. You got the typical check hook.
Yes.
But you like the drunken master almost when he's elite.
Yeah.
And on top of his shit.
Yeah.
You see this like drunken master like I'm everywhere doing stuff that
Benavidez better not let him build up his confidence.
Yeah, I mean
when he gets comfortable,
yeah,
he owns his shit.
Yeah. So
I think he has a style to beat Benavidez.
Yeah, I do. I think that it takes that style. I thought that Caleb had the styles.
I never thought Caleb had the style to beat Benavidez.
Caleb didn't have the gas tank or enough in the gas tank, and I think even from a standpoint of like mentally and emotionally as well, being in the ring with somebody that you tacking and ain't nothing happening, it's like it does something to you.
I don't know Caleb personally. I don't know I know Andre a little bit, but this dude's crazy enough. He ultra competitive. He's crazy enough to think he can beat anybody walk this planet Earth.
Who's that? Boo Boo.
Boo Boo.
Oh yeah.
So it's not they lack of confidence. It's not going. He has none of that. He's coming up to win this fight, Shawn. Mm-hmm. And I think we got a good night of boxing, but it's like, what do you do? Like, why Benavidez is holding his guard? Just get your ish off.
Yeah.
But get out the way.
Yeah.
You're going to have 12 rounds of championship boxing.
Yeah.
Dewey got 12-round championship boxing.
Gotta have 12 rounds against this kid.
Elite shape.
Yeah.
He better be in elite. I think, where he trained out in California for this one?
Boo Boo, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure where he's training at for this one. But I expect to get both these guys on the podcast.
Yes.
At some point, just to get their thoughts on the fight, and would surely love to talk to both of them after the fight. Mm-hmm. My closing thoughts on David Benavidez. Mm-hmm. I'm going to call him the Freak.
Okay.
And
Freak nasty or just freak?
No, just the freak.
Okay.
And I name dropped this guy a long time ago, and Carson called me out on it. And I don't remember his name now, a football player. And this was back in the day. And when he turned pro, everybody was calling him the freak because he was a defensive end that could move like a cornerback.
Kevin, the Titans.
Yeah, played for the Titans.
Yeah.
Start with a J.
Curse.
Yeah, is Javon Curse?
Javon Curse.
Javon Curse?
Yep.
They called Javon Curse the freak. A lot like, and I'll give you a couple more. LeBron James. Someone that's just so big and shouldn't be able to do all of the things they do with the size that LeBron has. Shout out to my guy that plays for the Browns. And I'm losing his name. The defensive end.
Oh.
Shoot, I'm losing his name too.
I mean, Garrett.
Garrett, yeah. Just big and can do a lot of things that you don't expect him to do. This man is a complete freak. Probably in boxing, that y'all let me know if y'all know anybody else that has had like just attributes for that didn't fit the profile. The profile of a 168 pounder is one or the other. It's I got power or I got speed. It ain't a lot of 168s that got both. We saw, of course, Roy had both, and there's people in the past who have had both, but Roy wasn't a monster. You know what I mean? Like, and just coming. You know what I mean? And I think that he fits in a lot of generations.
Yeah.
He fits in a lot of generations.
One thing worries about Benavidez, and I see guys keep saying it, the defense. He's there to get hit.
He's there to get hit.
He's there to get hit. Is there a guy at his division beside maybe Canelo that can pop him where he's like, okay, I got to get out of there?
I think everybody talks about Janovic. They expect Janovic to be that guy.
Okay.
I think Janovic's at 160. He might be at 168, but I think that's probably one of the few guys out there outside of Canelo that people were looking at like, oh, he can punch him in the mouth and stop him. You know what I mean? There's not too many people. You either not fast enough or you're not strong enough. You know what I mean?
Like I said, this dude's a freak. Like, you hit this dude in the mouth, bust his lip, he'll taste his blood, and like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm turning it up.
Yeah.
And then when he just starts throwing, like where is him and Andrew Weeds get those hands from? It's like you're getting hit by 6 guys.
And he's very fast for his size. Yep, very fast for his size. Yeah. So
it's a fat thing though. When I was fat,
could this end up being the fight of the year?
No, it's a fat thing. Fat people always got fast hands. Think about it.
Oh, you got fast hands.
Hey, don't make nothing out of that.
Y'all make everything out of that.
God damn. I set myself up.
Make everything out of that.
Yeah, I set myself up.
I'm going to get him a ticket so he can come to your house and shake your hand.
And so the week before the fight, we're going to have Larry Grant, former NFL player.
Okay.
And Naeem Lynn on here because these fools both got bets with me.
Oh, okay.
Guess what they got?
They both got boo-boo?
Both got boo-boo.
They both
got
Naeem,
boo-boo. It's not even a question.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Larry.
I know Naeem Lynn. Maybe he knows something we don't know.
Shout out to, I'm going to have both of them on.
I think it's close, competitive. I put a percentage on it. I say 55-45 for Benavidez. I just think that it's a whole lot. We've seen him be consistent. With Boo Boo, we've seen, number one, we've seen inconsistencies, and then the other side of that is we've seen him just not active, for a whole host of reasons. So I think it's going to be a tough night for both guys. And if I had to, I would put my money on my boy Boo Boo because that's my boy. Yeah. Happy birthday, Shawn. I see you in the Goku colors. TN Raised 615. You're my guy. Appreciate you, man. Who the hell is Goku? Is that a new app? Oh, that. Oh. Thought it was a new app. Now I'm trying to hate on the joke. Oh, they put that in there?
They cooking, yep.
How you see it? You click on something?
Nah, that was your producer.
Oh, that's messed up. Put it up here then.
Let me see if I can do it. Hold on. No, I'm good.
One more thing before we get out of here. You said that you saw the press conference for Devin Haney.
Oh, yeah.
And Regis Prograis.
Yeah, today that was interesting. And shout out to Regis Prograis had his strength and conditioning coach up in there. And that would have went exactly how Coach Wade would have been if you was up there.
What happened?
Oh, the strength and conditioning coach was talking.
Yeah.
He said, don't make me call Tank.
What that mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what Devin kind of said. I'm like, bro, this dude talking. Even Regis, it was kind of like they were arguing, and Regis was kind of sitting back like, that ain't me, that's Shawn. Regis was sitting back like how Spence was letting Crawford argue with his girls.
Yeah.
So it was just like Regis was like, all right, y'all done with this?
Hold up. So Regis was sitting back while Devin Haney and his strength and conditioning
And
coach
the strength and conditioning coach sitting next to him.
sit next to who?
Regis.
Okay,
For some reason,
yeah.
the whole camp's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just
Yeah.
like, what the hell's going on? They called Devin Haney a private school kid, this and that.
So
You know what I don't like about that is, we work our ass off, and shout out to Bill Haney.
Don't put a bad name on the private school kids.
Why?
son's at private
My
school.
kid is not gonna be raised in the hood if I'm able to get him out of it. Why? That brings no points. Shout out to Bill. Bill did what he had to do, get his kid out the hood, and made him successful in the sport of boxing. So all credit to that. I really don't agree with I got to get it out the mud. Yeah, but if I can make my kid get it another way, we will.
Yeah.
Obviously, having to struggle and that pushes you, but it's not for our kids to keep starting over, Shawn. We can't keep starting over. When we done, you at another level, and that's kind of what Bill did. And I mean, we got the Louisiana kid, but man, Devin Haney.
I hope they're not fooling themselves.
Who? Which one?
Rigorou and
overlooking him.
Well, just fooling themselves into thinking that Haney ain't got it here.
Don't fall for that.
And Haney ain't got it here.
That ring IQ is different.
Yeah, I mean, from a standpoint of when you got to go dig deep.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'm sure
I'm just gonna break you.
I'm sure part of their game plan is I'm gonna break you.
Yeah.
But it ain't gonna be easy.
Yeah.
And that's if it can be done at all.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna be easy to break somebody like Devin Haney, who has starved and wanted this for so long. He in the prime position, and when you in this position and people still doubting you, you end up like Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
You just keep going because you tell me I can't. I'm gonna keep doing. I'm gonna keep doing. You know what I mean? So, shout out to my boy TC, man. I talked to him about him a lot today on the show. Yeah. But you said based on the face off or what? What did you?
Oh man, I didn't realize how big he was. I didn't realize Devin was that much bigger than Regis.
Yeah.
So, I mean, right there, don't look it like it, but
no, it don't.
When they really was close, Devin was bigger than him. But I'm a pull for my guy from Louisiana because we ain't got a lot of them.
All right, yeah, you got 2 or 3.
Yeah, we don't claim them too because they don't claim us. But this is gonna be. I mean, you're fighting one of the best.
Yeah.
He on the pound for pound.
Yeah.
You better come in there with more than just I'm gonna break this guy. Come in there to win rounds, deep water stuff. I mean, he showed me a lot in the Linares fight, the Lomachenko fight. He kept fighting in those fights when he went through hell.
Yeah.
And especially in the Lomachenko fight, I was like, in the 12th round, I felt like, man, this kid's doing what he got to do to win the fight. But
there it is.
Hey, man, you see what I mean? Hey, that jab, he got the best jab in boxing.
Yeah.
I say that all the time.
Yeah.
The jab's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Regis is gonna have to be slick, very awkward style. So Regis is gonna be a problem for him too.
Yeah.
But Regis is gonna have to be active, better performance than the last fight, and I think Regis will show up. That last fight don't define Regis' progress. And I'm pulling for my guy, and I just hope we get in a great fight of boxing in San Francisco. Shawn trying to get us to go out there. DDA does not want to go.
Yeah, he did. He said that he didn't want to get.
And I want him to go. I hate. Oh, I'm not gonna say that. I don't want him to go. I just want him to go because you ever seen the hills of San Francisco?
Yeah, man.
That will tickle my twine.
Tickle my twine.
That will tickle my twine. Y'all don't understand.
Too many
DDA.
pauses tonight, man. Too many pauses today.
Tickle my twine?
Yeah.
Well, tickle it. I don't care.
Listen, shout out to ProBox TV.
Okay.
Y'all got to like, subscribe, download the app, all the good stuff. I'm on that platform now along with Chris Algieri. Man, that boy Paulie Malignaggi is something else. When Paulie burst on the scene doing commentary, I was like, okay, yeah, he cool, but he ain't me. But since working with the man, I want to do some ringside stuff with that boy. Paulie is on another level.
He's good, Shawn.
A couple other guys on there. Tim Bradley is on there. The reason why I bring that up is because you go there, you'll see a little bit more about what I had to say about this fight. But I have Regis Prograis as my number one guy at 140. And you may think that I'm crazy, but he's been my number one at 140. He's been my dark horse for a couple of years now. And I think that even though Devin Haney is lights out, you can't move into a division and just be the number one guy. You have to beat the guy or beat a guy. I think this is obviously the one that if Haney is able to win, he'll be that number one guy at 140. Of course, we give respect to Teofimo Lopez, but still a little bit in limbo right now in terms of what he's going to do moving forward. All that being said, I thought that this was going to be a difficult fight for Devin Haney. From a standpoint of just, I felt like Regis' style and his way to get fighters off balance, his ability to get fighters to reach, take chances and things like that. Sometimes when you so fast, all that other stuff just don't even matter.
You think he's just going to be that fast? Hey, can you send over the stuff for last week for DraftKings to my man?
Man, I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, I want to shout out DraftKings last week. Me and Shawn went out. What was that called? A community event?
Oh.
Me and Shawn planted some plant. I never seen Shawn work in the garden. We had a good time. Shout out to DraftKings community, I would say, outreach program they got going on. Give back to the community. Plant some plants.
Been there. I mean, you know.
Shawn was trying to dig. Shawn was fake digging. And shout out to Shawn. Came out there dressed like, I don't know if we'll be able to get you guys pictures, but if we do, Shawn was dressed like Django / male stripper /
Officer Dangle.
Officer Dangle.
It's not true.
Yes, hey, Officer Dangle was perfect. Hey, yeah. I said.
Boy had on cowboy boots.
Yeah, cowboy boots and a cowboy hat.
Yeah, I thought that was how I was supposed to dress.
He said, he said, I was like, what are you supposed to wear? He's like, something just to clean up in. I'm like, all right, cool. Boom, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Something to dig in. Shawn digging out tire was wild.
That's what I clean
If anybody's outside, if I see anybody outside digging like this,
what you gonna do?
I gotta stop by. We gotta have a conversation. I'm about to check you in somewhere.
My
man just sitting out just.
Did you think about checking me in?
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? You see me taking pictures of you?
Yeah, see you taking pictures
afterwards.
of me.
But that was a fun time. Me and Shawn actually enjoyed it. We playing about 6 plants.
Man,
I was getting it done out there. I feel like I
did 2 by myself.
Oh yeah. I was about to say I feel like somebody owes a check, but we already get a check.
There he is.
Oh no, y'all got it with the shirt on. But yeah, no, we had a good time out there. He lucky he got away with the shirt.
I'm telling y'all.
Why are you hiding behind a plant?
So that this would happen. But listen, go to our Patreon. Subscribe to our Patreon. TPWP. TPWP.
Yeah.
TPWP. All that kind of footage, all that stuff is on there, and we're going to be putting more and more on there. The things that we just ain't got time for on the podcast, the stuff that we feel is so exclusive that you got to, give a little to get it. You know what I mean? It's all right there for you. So, my whole birthday week, we gonna be doing go-karts tomorrow. We doing hibachi in the backyard. We doing a ping pong tournament in the front before we go to the back. We doing karaoke before the night end. All that kind of stuff. All that footage is gonna be on the Patreon for y'all. The photo shoot that we just did a couple weeks ago is on there. When we get this movie funded and I start doing my acting stuff, all that stuff's gonna be on there. You know what I mean? So go ahead and subscribe to all that. All that being said, we're past this hour and we gotta get up out of here. I gotta go get back with my family so I can enjoy my birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, bro.
I hope that I can do this correctly, because when I did it, remember the other week I was in here, I said, damn, that was clean. Yeah. So I was talking to my friend, giving him an advice. My friend, we're Christian, and my friend was worried that the things that he's done in his past, I hope I get this right. The things that he's done in his past, he said, how is God going to forgive me for doing this and doing that?
Got you.
I hope I get this right. I said, listen, stop focusing on what you've done and not getting into heaven, and focus on what you're doing so that you can get into heaven. Mm-hmm. It was much cleaner than that.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but that's what I want to give to you guys. Don't focus on the past. Yes, the past is there. Yes, the past affects the present and affects the future. But there's nothing stopping you from saying, you know what? I know I messed up. You know what? I know I didn't do that right. You know what? I'm going to do this better. And start now. Stop focusing on what you've done. Focus on what you're doing and what you need to do so that you can move forward. This is the PorterWay.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles, brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions.